What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your SmackDown Live review for November 21st, 2017. This is a SmackDown to be thankful for. It is Thanksgiving week, and this is a SmackDown to be thankful for. Let me tell you, because what did we get on SmackDown tonight? What did we get on SmackDown tonight? WWE gave us a SmackDown to really be thankful for. If we look back in history and we look at what they did tonight, we all have to be thankful. Because they gave us a women's championship. They gave us a segment with AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal, which they teased on at the Survivor Series that it was going to be a WWE championship. So we have that to be thankful for. Because let's go back in history for a minute, okay? Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. What did we see with that? Throughout their entire rivalry, really. Now, sure, we did see history made in WWE's eyes. Hell in a Cell matches, no disqualification matches, all different types of stuff. But we also saw a lot of title changes, kind of flip-flopping championships. Rusev. What did we see with his championship? We saw him drop the title to Roman Reigns. After he dropped the title to Roman Reigns dropped it to Chris Jericho shortly thereafter. So what did WWE do? They were flip-flopping championships between people. Move forward to this year. We have Charlotte and Natalya and Jinder Mahal and AJ Styles before the Survivor Series. Charlotte and Natalya have changed championships. Natalya drops the women's championship to Charlotte before the Survivor Series, and the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, drops the WWE Championship to AJ Styles. Now, tonight, we have a women's championship. Everybody was thinking, well, Charlotte probably gonna win this, right? And WWE, with Clash of Champions coming up in a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, they could have very easily pulled the trigger and said, you know what? Let's just give Natalya the belt back, and then poof, there's our match for Clash of Champions. Thankfully, we did not get that. We got NXT taking over SmackDown's women's division, wiping the floor with the women's division, destroying Naomi, hurting Becky Lynch so bad that they were saying they had to go get doctors. Storyline. But still, yeah, when you hurt them so bad that they have to go get doctors, makes it seem pretty impressive. Coming out and interrupting the women's championship matchup, throwing Natalya like a rag doll, and taking out the woman that the WWE has put the most effort into building, Charlotte. I'm telling you, if Liv Morgan, Ruby Wyatt, and Sarah Logan have not gotten the biggest debut as far as women, then I don't know who. Because taking out Charlotte definitely is a huge boost start for their debut on the main roster. But that is something to be thankful for. Them not flip-flopping the women's championship. And as far as the WWE championship is concerned, they could have very well flip-flopped that title from AJ Styles back to Jinder Mahal if they would have had that championship tonight matchup. Instead, they give us a promo setting up the match for Clash of Champions. And I am hoping that WWE holds the championship on AJ Styles' waist, because it is a breath of fresh air with AJ Styles holding that championship. Everybody, I am sure, is in agreement with me with that. I mean, that would be a disaster if Jinder Mahal got his hands around that championship again. But those two things is definitely something to be thankful for tonight. And they had a pretty good storyline between Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. I really can't have a big gripe or complaint about SmackDown tonight. Not really. The only one I really have a complaint about is what Kevin Owens has look forward to next week. Really, I'll get to that in a minute. But Shane McMahon opening up the show and saying that he came close to winning at the Survivor Series, and he would have if it wasn't for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and those are the only two that does not bleed blue in the locker room, and he wanted them to come out. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn saying the same old stuff about how they just don't show loyalty, but they're the best in the locker room, and they could beat Brock Lesnar, they could beat the Shield, and they could beat everybody on the Raw roster, so on and so forth. And then, next thing we know, Shane McMahon was going to say the famous Vincent Kennedy McMahon words, and Daniel Bryan comes out, and next thing we know, we have a lumberjack tag team matchup tonight between the New Day, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. Now, we all know where this is headed. The entire roster rambling around in the ring and everything towards the end of the match. It was a good contest for the most part. Until the end. Because it's a standard WWE ending. The roster beating each other up. But the thing is, would Daniel Bryan fire Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at the end of the show? Because Shane McMahon wanted Daniel Bryan to fire those two at the end of the show. Did he? Of course not. We knew Daniel Bryan wasn't going to. Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan has been having, some problems back and forth here recently, and Daniel Bryan sees value in Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and instead of firing them after the New Day won this melee, or they were supposed to win, Instead, Sami Zayn won by a roll-up, and then the New Day won the war because they destroyed Sami Zayn, and then Daniel Bryan wiped out Kevin Owens by saying he faces Randy Orton next week. Now, the one complaint I have is this. Why couldn't you do something different, WWE? I mean, why? I mean, first of all, how many times do we have to see Randy Orton being that person that they go to? The one that is the one that does all the damage, the dirty work. Why couldn't it be a handicap match, a 3-on-1 match against Kevin Owens? Doesn't have to be the New Day. It could be like the Bludgeon Brothers and somebody else versus Kevin Owens. Could be, Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton, and somebody else versus Kevin Owens. Something like that. Not just Randy Orton. I mean, how many times do we have to see that? It's getting old, it's getting stale, it's getting boring. Something fresh is what we need to see. Okay? Only complaint I have about this show. And as far as the Bludgeon Brothers are concerned, they look dominant. They look awesome. They look legit as far as their new, as far as their wrestling is concerned. But their outfit, they look kind of ridiculous, if you ask me. I don't know where in the world their outfit came from, but their outfit looks a little ridiculous. But their wrestling ability and their wrestling, they look different. They look awesome. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper look awesome. And I can't wait to see what they do on the main roster going forward with their new gimmick, the Bludgeon Brothers. And I hope that they go all the way to the top in the tag team division and get those tag team titles from the Usos or Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. Speaking of Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, no question, they'll probably be the new tag team champions. They'll probably take titles from the Usos. Shelton Benjamin won tonight. And honestly, the one thing I would do differently with that is I would have had Shelton Benjamin not be the one that got the victory, had Chad Gable be the one that got the victory, because he's the one that's greener. He's the one that's not over. Shelton Benjamin being the veteran, everybody loves him already. So that's the one thing I would have done differently with that. But that was SmackDown tonight. Not a bad show. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for all notifications. Follow me on Facebook at 2007Webby. I will have a new series coming out. Royal Rumble Classic Reviews. Tune in for those. Tune in for more King of the Ring reviews. And go back and watch Survivor Series review. Monday Night Raw review. Where Roman Reigns captures the Intercontinental Championship. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.